Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Local 3 News. Coverage you can count on. Telling your stories from your communities.
Dear humans, I stand here today not for myself, but for every tail wagger, sloppy kisser, and curtain ninja. I stand here for each one of the thousands of dogs and cats killed in shelters each day, asking you to join our cause and help us make sure every best friend has a chance to meet one of their own. With Best Friends Animal Society leading the charge and your help, we can save them all.
When severe weather threatens, count on the experience of the Local 3 Storm Alert team, warning you in advance and tracking minute by minute to your neighborhood. Weather coverage you can count on.
Local Sky 3, taking big local news and stunning views to the next level.
Good morning and welcome to Week in Review here on Local 3 News. I'm Grayson Gordon. Here are your top stories this week. 2 men were taken to the hospital for their injuries in a plane crash at the Chattanooga airport. First responders said the single-engine plane went down on the north end of the airport around 10 Tuesday morning. They were only in the air for about 7 minutes. You can see damage to the front from the crash. Terry Hart, the president of the Chattanooga airport, says the plane landed short of the runway.
I know that both were alert when they left the airport. I don't know exactly what this extent of their injuries were.
Both men were helped out of the plane when fire crews arrived. The operators at the airport returned to normal later that day. Hart says they don't know exactly what caused the crash, but Terry Knowles with the Chattanooga Fire Department says there was no smoke or fire coming from the plane.
We checked for fuel leaks. There were no fuel leaks. We secured the scene for the airport.
Officials say the NTSB will investigate the crash. The judge pushed back the court date for a man accused of killing Jasmine Pace last November. Jason Chin pleaded not guilty. This is the 3rd time his court date has been delayed. A grand jury indicted Chin on charges of first-degree murder and abuse of a corpse. Chin is accused of stabbing Pace 60 times, then putting her body in a suitcase that was found days later on Sup Creek Road. He is in the Hamilton County Detention Center on a $5 million bond and will be back in court on Monday. We will have coverage on that next week. Hamilton County Sheriff's deputies were involved in a pursuit early this week, which netted 4 arrests and the confiscation of drugs and guns. During the chase, deputies saw a passenger throw some things out of the car. They located several bullets, part of the magazine from a Glock pistol, and a 9mm gun made of polymer, a form of plastic without a serial number. Local 3's Abigail Martin explains more on what law enforcement call ghost guns.
To craft it where you don't need a background check, is that concerning that it could fall into the wrong person's hands?
They could, but last time I checked, meth was illegal too, and people still get it.
Blaine says a person can legally build a ghost gun at home. He says there are no background checks or age requirements.
You buy an 80% lower, you put it in the jig, a 5-year-old could use this thing and make an AR-15 lower.
An 80% lower is part of a firearm. It is unfinished without the trigger pocket.
The point of you buying it is not technically a gun, because all it would be is a chunk of aluminum in the shape of an AR-15 lower.
Blaine says you can buy different parts online, and to build a firearm at home, it would cost around $500. He says a person who can pass a background check and meet the age requirement of 21 can legally build and own a ghost gun. But ghost guns do not have serial numbers. Blaine says a ghost gun left at a crime scene is difficult to trace. Another way a person could make a ghost gun would be to scratch the numbers off a purchased or stolen gun.
It's just as dangerous as a regular gun in the wrong hands.
The Hamilton County Sheriff's Office says deputies found marijuana, drug paraphernalia, and fentanyl pills in the suspect's vehicle. They say numerous charges are pending as they continue to investigate. The Polk County Sheriff's Office is looking into a potential animal abuse after being caught out to Davis Kerbo Road. This is a warning that some of the video shown in this story may be disturbing to viewers. This is what we know so far about the investigation.
It's senseless, you know. We've offered to help. she's able to take care of them. She just.
Former Polk County resident Tisha Dills and her husband say deputies have been called out to the area multiple times after finding 4 dogs in bad condition for the past couple months. A neighbor successfully rescued one of the dogs this week, but unfortunately, it was too late.
Until the other day, the dog couldn't even stand up, you know, so. And that one has passed. And the other 3 are still in her care for some reason. I don't know why they haven't taken the other animals from her, because they weren't in very good shape either.
Dills believes the owner of all 4 pets has taken the other 3 to another location in the county. We are not able to locate the dogs while we were out. She and her husband, along with the neighbors, have all offered to help take care of these dogs.
In the direct sun with no water for days on end. And, you know, it was known that this was the situation, the circumstances, and nothing was done. And anytime we tried to do anything, we were met with, you know, like I said, the profanities, threats, this, that, and the other.
The county does not have animal control or an animal shelter, and we do expect to get an update on this investigation early next week. Coming up on Week in Review, why a local mother is raising awareness on the opioid epidemic and the danger of fentanyl.
See the weather as it happens in Cleveland from the Local 3 Storm Alert Network. On air, online, and on the go. Views from Bradley County, presented by Easy Auto, home of the small down payment.
For many men with erectile dysfunction, the bedroom becomes a source of stress instead of sex. Hi, I'm Evan Bass for the Chattanooga Men's Clinic. I want you to know that we exist to make the last time you tried to have sex and couldn't, the last time that happens. At the Chattanooga Men's Clinic, we take a comprehensive approach, including a hormone lab panel. We aren't just going to throw pills at you. For the simple to the more complex and the combining of therapies, including acoustic wave, we want to find the approach that works for you. Make your appointment today.
The fun is back. That's what's in store for you and your family at Lake Winnie in Sokia, the South's favorite family amusement park and water park. The fun is back means the splash-tacular excitement of Sokia Water Park. Get ready, get set, get wet. The fun is back means a breathtaking plunge down the Winnie 500 mat racer. The fun is back means a lazy day on the crazy river. Visit lakewinnie.com to check out all the fun.
Does your home need an update? Visit EF Brandon Furniture and let our trained designers go to work for you. With a state-of-the-art design center, your redesign will fit your space perfectly. It's a new look to enjoy for years with the area's highest quality furniture from the most trusted names. Shop now and take advantage of 25% off store-wide, including solid wood bedrooms, dining rooms, made in America all-leather sofas and sectionals, and a wide selection of art and accessories. EF Brandon Furniture, Highway 153 across from Northgate.
You don't want to be like this guy. Right now, call Metro Plumbing, Heating, and Air, and for $93, we'll unclog your main line, or it's absolutely free.
Thousands of people have died nationwide over the years. Victims of the opioid pandemic. The deadliest drug these days is fentanyl. Next month, the Family Grief Support Group will host an event to raise awareness on fentanyl misuse and is encouraging everyone to come. Jeremiah Bailey shares more.
Something and take it back.
Tammy Green understands the pain many endure. Her son died of accidental fentanyl poisoning 2 years ago. He was just 33 years old. National Fentanyl Prevention and Awareness Day is observed on August 21st. Green hopes her event, Stopping the Stigma, can help break the shame associated with the disease.
It is to make others aware, is to empower you, to give you knowledge, because everybody's hearing about it now. I mean, it's touched everybody in some way.
In Tennessee alone, more than 2,700 people died from fentanyl-related causes in 2021, 800 more deaths than the year before. Nationally, more than 70,000 people died.
That's the one thing about it. These kind of deaths are a shock to the family.
Brenda Purcell says she never expected to lose her son. He was seeking treatment when he died of accidental fentanyl poisoning.
He was doing better. He was to be released like in a day or two. So it shook my world.
At Stopping the Stigma, the Hamilton County Coalition will offer the life-saving drug naloxone and training on how to administer it if someone is overdosing. Green says those who attend can learn from guests who are recovering from substance misuse themselves.
And so if they can come to this and learn something and take it back, we can start really working as a Chattanooga could be a great place for support in helping other families.
Green says addiction is a treatable disease. She says helping a loved one overcome it is not a task one should do alone.
People who need help can come there. People in recovery can come there. We're hoping that we can get as many people as we can to come in those doors.
This event will be on August 25th at the John A. Patton Community Center. We will have more information on our website. The Signal Mountain Town Council held a special meeting to address plans to build 2 wastewater sewer pumps in a neighborhood, and some residents are not happy about the idea. Hamilton County wastewater officials say the pumps will correct a 50-year-old sanitary sewer problem, but some residents believe it'll create more issues. Cornelia Nicholson has more.
I've never been around a sewer pump, and I don't want to be around a sewer pump. It sounds terrible. It sounds inconvenient. It sounds smelly. I don't know anybody that would want to live around a sewage pump.
Hamilton County Water and Waste Treatment Authority says they're addressing sewer overflow in a multi-phase project by cutting down several trees and installing 2 pump stations. They say the pump stations will aesthetically fit in, be below ground, and surrounded by a fence.
We're actually proposing a small building to house the electrical components that actually call for and run the pumps.
One of the pumps will be on Ravine Road and the other on Jewett Drive, right across from Allison Coach's home. She said she didn't hear about the plan to install them until the day of a special town council meeting last week.
We knew virtually nothing when we walked into that meeting other than we need to come and try to educate ourselves.
Living directly across from the proposed site, she's concerned with a potential smell coming from the sewer pump, property values, and noise from construction.
But in speaking with one of the engineers at WWTA, we were told, yeah, it's going to involve large, heavy equipment, including jackhammers, running about 8 hours every day, Monday through Friday, for, again, an undetermined period of time.
Kitty Spitaletto says she feels there was a lack of communication to residents about the plans and is worried what the construction would do to the wildlife in the area.
This is also a big deer trail right here. Those deer will be disrupted for 3 to 5 years. The birds will be disrupted for 3 to 5 years, and they most likely won't come back. It's really sad for our environment.
Both residents are also concerned about the maintenance of the pumps. Back in 2018, 2 of WWTA's sewer pumps in the Snow Hill community failed due to debris clogging the system, causing sewage to leak from several manholes. On a Facebook post, WWTA says the pump stations will be airtight, ensuring odors are contained inside, and the pumps will be underground, which means they'll be practically silent during operation. Coach says she's reached out to WWTA multiple times to get answers to some of her concerns, but is still waiting to hear back.
Construction is expected to start by summer 2024 and is estimated to take about 2 years. The Chattanooga Lookouts have pulled a shirt off their shelves after some fans say it looks too much like a racial slur. The team has said had the logo since 1993. Local 3's Xavier Harris has more.
Who greenlighted this?
On Tuesday, Marcus Tate posted this video on TikTok.
That's all I want to know. Like, who looked at this like, yeah, send it. Send it to the press.
He says the shirt could easily be mistaken for a racial slur.
It looks exactly like it. It looks exactly like the slur.
Since posting the video, it gained over 200,000 views and several comments agreeing and defending the shirt.
Do you feel like this is just something that folks may be being just a little too sensitive about?
I think so. Yeah, absolutely. That and so much more.
Some people saying that, you people are too sensitive. If someone is offended by the shirt, and if they do find it offensive, that's their prerogative. They can do that, and I don't think the people on the opposite side of that should use "I never get offended" as a weapon.
According to the officials with the team, they've had the same logo since 1991. But recently, if you visit the team's official website, you will no longer see the shirt. The organization took the shirt off the web and it's no longer available for purchase.
Do you think that was a good idea?
I think so.
Like maybe if I weren't from here, I might be like, oh, just do like a little double take.
So I went out to Coolidge Park to see if I can find some folks who aren't from the area and get their take on it.
Wow. I'm beyond speechless.
Melanie Aycock is from Atlanta and says although she now knows it's a baseball team logo, she wouldn't want to wear the shirt because it appears too much like the racial slur.
I don't want to offend anyone, not just my community.
We reached out to the Lookouts for an official statement regarding this shirt, but they declined to comment. Up next on Weekend Review, what's next for New Hope firefighters 2 weeks after they all quit?
WRCB conducts various contests throughout the year. A complete set of contest rules may be found anytime at local3news.com or in our app.
Okay, which is going to look better in my dorm room?
Are you serious? It's been 40 years since you've been in college. The only thing that matters is your dorm room mattress.
Then let's make these dorm mattress toppers only $99.
But only at Mermaid Mattress.
You're not going to understand why your mom won't stop waving. You're going to make friends. Your teachers are going to surprise you with kindness. And you're going to feel called to service. You're going to experience the love of Jesus. You're going to build a meaningful career. The things you couldn't understand at first, you will.
We're going from the river to the sizzling grill during Crown's summer big event at Crown Subaru. Chill out and shop online with Crown's Fast Buy. Right now, get 2 years free maintenance on any new WRX purchase in July. Or drive away in a new Solterra, get $1,000 off MSRP on any new model in stock. Plus, test drive any vehicle and get entered to win a free Weber grill and a Bar Cart cooler. Plus, we'll buy your vehicle even if you don't buy from us. Going on now during Crown's summer big event at Crown Subaru. The better way to buy and service.
No more varicose or spider veins.
No more tired, achy, restless legs.
No more swollen ankles.
It's time to get back
To a better you with the help from Milligan Vein Clinic.
Our board-certified physicians have treated thousands of patients using the latest technologies to restore healthy, great-looking legs.
There's little or no downtime.
It was covered by my insurance. My legs have never felt better.
Milligan Vein Clinic, improving the quality of your life.
The fire department was quickly reformed in the city of New Hope after 6 firefighters walked out last Monday. This week they named a temporary fire chief and assistant chief. They also say there will soon be a roster of 14 to 15 firefighters. Local 3's Abigail Martin has more on what we know.
I will apologize to everybody in this room and the citizens here for this getting like it got an embarrassment on the city. I hate it.
When the New Hope fire chief and firefighters resigned last Monday, citizens were concerned about who would respond in an emergency. Some members of the community joined the meeting to ask what happened.
How do we get to this situation?
Yeah, what happened?
People not listening. People doing stuff they shouldn't have done.
On June 5th, New Hope Fire was dispatched to a fire on the interstate. They say when they arrived on scene, the mayor called the fire chief, demanding they return with the equipment immediately. Vice Mayor Quentin Choate says they were told 3 times to not respond to what they call no man's land, outside of any department service area.
If we have a fire across the road and our truck's at the bottom of Mont Eagle, your house is going to burn down before they get from Mont Eagle. We want to serve New Hope.
The former firefighters were also concerned that the city did not have insurance on them or the trucks. But Vice Mayor Choate claims they never asked to see proof and says they are insured. When the firefighters resigned last Monday, Vice Mayor Choate says the city began to look toward the future. In the meeting, they named Corey Comstock as temporary fire chief, who also serves as chief for South Pittsburgh. Jerry Crossland was named as the assistant fire chief. He previously served as the fire chief. He says he wanted to step in to get the city back on track.
I've already talked to several firemen, and I've got them lined up. If our pagers go off, they'll be here at the fire hall within 5 to 10 minutes.
The assistant fire chief says the roster consists of 8 firefighters who have been through most of the required training, and other community members have expressed interest in also joining, making them believe they will have a roster of 14 to 50 firefighters soon. More highway construction in Chattanooga started yesterday and will continue through the next 16 weekends, excluding holidays. Dallas Payton tells us what travelers need to know.
16-week construction project will start Friday at 9 p.m. until that following Monday at 6 in the morning. TDOT Region 2 Community Relations Officer Rayanne Bradley explains what to expect this weekend.
I-24 West from the US 27 North on-ramp, so that's exit 178, to the I-24 West on-ramp from US 27 South will be reduced to one lane.
Bradley says the construction will force TDOT contract crews to shut down one of the on-ramps.
The William Street on-ramp to I-24 West is going to be closed for this work as well. So traffic will access I-24 West via the US 27 South on-ramp. So that's the detour for the William Street.
For each weekend project, there will be plenty of traffic signs explaining where to go. Bradley says the construction will make the roads smoother, safer, and better to drive on.
There's a lot that goes into concrete roadway repairs, among them being a diamond grinding to smooth out the roadway surface. And then due to the nature of concrete repairs, there is an extended amount of time the concrete has to cure before it's hard enough to carry traffic again.
Bradley says the construction will cause traffic delays and drivers are asked to seek alternate routes.
And we highly encourage drivers to slow down, pay attention, follow all of the posted signage that'll be in place, and to avoid the area during this time if at all possible. But if you do have to travel through the area during this weekend, give yourself plenty of extra time. And we just ask that you be patient with us as our contract crews work to complete these repairs as efficiently and safely as possible.
That was Dallas Payton with that story. TDOT will send information outlining how traffic will be impacted for the coming weekend on Wednesdays. And up next, how a college student is spending her summer and making a difference in the community.
Find amazing deals store-wide during the anniversary sale at Furniture Row. Every sofa, every dining table, and every bed is on sale. Plus 5 years, no interest financing. The anniversary sale, on now at Furniture Row.
When looking for a worry-free lifestyle and companionship for you or your loved one, look no further than Eastridge Residence. Eastridge offers the most amenities, the largest apartments, and the lowest rate. Come live your best life at Eastridge Residence. Let us pamper you with weekly housekeeping, transportation, fun activities, restaurant-style dining, and much more. Eastridge Residence, the most amenities, the largest apartments, and the lowest rate. Book your tour today at eastridgeresidence.com.
The GMC Sierra with hands-free driving. Yeah, it rocks. Or get 0.9% APR plus 2,000 trade assistance and no monthly payments for 90 days on Sierra 5.3-liter V8 light-duty models.
It's bow time. This Bojangles made from scratch biscuit is so good, we gave it a sidekick that's just as never frozen, just as fluffy, just as delicious. We call them the Buttermilk Beauties. Get 2 sausage and egg biscuits for just $5. It's bow time.
Every time I'm driving somewhere, I'm constantly looking at garage doors. It's just a part of life for us. I am not an actor at all. I'm a garage door technician. Here at Precision Garage Doors, that's all we do.
Precision Door Service, the name you can trust.
The anniversary sale at Denver Mattress is on now. Save $200 on our Doctor's Choice lineup, any size, any model. Or check out the Summit, now only $299.99, plus 5 years no interest and free shipping. The anniversary sale only at Denver Mattress.
You can take a cruise of the Tennessee River starting right here in the Scenic City. The American Cruise Line is celebrating their inaugural year of cruises in Chattanooga. It's 8 days starting in Chattanooga and ending in Nashville and making several stops along the way.
And we're looking for wonderful things, not only beautiful scenery as we travel along the river, but great opportunities when we arrive. And that's what Chattanooga provides. Great excursions, wonderful people, and so many other things.
Mayor Kelly says the cruise line could bring more than $1 million a year to the city, and there are a few more this year, and the cruise season starts back up next May. Tickets range from $3,500 to $5,000. And we are not too far away from students returning to classes. Our Michelle Heron introduces us to one local college student who spent her summer making a difference.
It's the end of July.
the last few days of summer break for Abby Lynn. Instead of soaking up some sun beside a pool or doing whatever college students do in their free time these days, she's here, inside the unair-conditioned warehouse at the Chattanooga Area Food Bank.
You're actually doing work to serve your community, and there's amazing people here that help, and it's just a good environment, I feel.
When the 20-year-old isn't attending classes at UT Knoxville in biochemistry and pre-med, you can find her here.
The first time I came to the Chattanooga Area Food Bank was in high school, and I really enjoyed the work that everyone does here. So every time when I'm out of college, during the breaks, I try to come, like winter break or summer break, stuff like that.
The Chattanooga Area Food Bank wouldn't be able to help others if it wasn't for volunteers like Abby. Last year, 2,100 volunteers logged more than 20,000 hours of work. That's equivalent to 13 full-time employees. Each hour of volunteer service equates to groceries for 78 meals, meaning the Chattanooga Area Food Bank can provide more meals because of the work of volunteers. For Abby, her motivation to help others doesn't stop here. She hopes to one day help some of the tiniest members of our community as a pediatrician.
I aspire to be a healthcare professional. I believe that, everyone can make a difference in the world, no matter how small. Like here, even if you're just sorting food into boxes, it's gonna go to someone in need.
The Chattanooga Area Food Bank needs volunteers, especially from those in college like Abby. You can sign up to volunteer by clicking the link inside our app. With this week's Making a Difference, I'm Michelle Herron.
Wow, that is a wonderful way to spend your summertime. And thanks for joining us here on A Week in Review. You can stay with Local 3 News at work, home, and even on the go. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and local3news.com. Trends on 3 with Latrice Carey is next. I'm Grayson Gordon, and have a great weekend.
Let's have some fun.
It's beating like a drum.
Ground units are on their way.
FBI, don't move. Fire department. Turn up the heat and
Well, we're just getting started. Let's go.
Chicago PD.
Welcome to paradise.
That means they feel the heat. You're under arrest.
Number one with a bullet.
Show me right now.
Turn up the beat a little.
Traffic moving along well today with minimum delays. Wait, no, there's been a major crash. A truck and at least...
Life can spin out of control in a heartbeat.
No one is prepared for a car crash, the bills, the pain, the heartbreak of loss, and then an insurance company who cares more about their profit than your life. Call us today. We care about your life and your compensation. Massey & Associates, you gotta get Gary.
Paula, tell us about how you came to shop at Chattanooga Auto Square.
Well, I was introduced to it from my husband. He purchased his first Range Rover years ago. Then occasionally I'd start asking him if I could start driving it. I would confidently recommend them. I mean, they make you feel like family from the moment you arrive. Being in real estate for like 34 years, you really come to value and appreciate the level of service that Range Rover gives you. Chattanooga Auto Square, luxury lives here.
This is Rhonda. She's a soul line dance instructor. And this is Rhonda's Good Feet story.
I love dancing, but I had foot pain and hated the fact that I had to sit out a couple dances. But since visiting the Good Feet store and wearing the arch supports, I definitely have not felt the pain. I am able to dance longer, feel happier. My energy levels have increased. Once that energy gets into you and you're feeling good, double spins.
Get back out there with arch supports from the Good Feet store.
Well, hello and welcome to another edition of Trends on Local 3. I'm Latrice Curry. Coming up on today's show, it's time to start a new school year. Chattanooga Preparatory School is kicking things off with Chattanooga 300. Find out more about this event. Plus, an event to help pastors and clergy protect and help their members. We find out more about an upcoming training program, Protect the Flock, and hear from a local author about overcoming tragedy. Also learn about one program that's trying to make an impact on the lives of homeless people in our community. And we'll tell you all about that and what's going on this weekend. Trends on Local 3 starts now.
This is Trends on Local 3.
Well, I am joined now by Brad Scott, CEO of Chattanooga Preparatory School, and Diamond Kelly, the principal. First of all, welcome and thank you all for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, so this is exciting. I remember the very first year that you all kicked off, and that scene of those young men kind of walking in. It was a great scene, I think, for the city. A lot of people remember. Tell me about where you all are now as far as how many students you have and where do you go? Grade through what, 11th now?
We are. So this year we'll be starting the school year with 480 young men, 6th through 11th grade, ready to get started.
And talk about that, how it got started and, you know, why you felt that this school was needed.
2018, our founders, Ted and Kelly Alling, visited the Chattanooga Girls Leadership Academy and thought to themselves, what if we did the same concept for boys?